Got 5 views on here now. Start building up. So yeah, I just figured I showed a shot with Orwell here real quick. We got a busy day. I got Jen. She's going to film for me. So long story short, what we're going to do, we're at my shop. I got back yesterday from doing the pilot car escort deal with Tim Gentry. So got the dually Hemi over here. I even call it a Hemi dually, whatever. It seems like an accurate name. It is a Hemi power dually. I had a special order it that way. I don't like it. It's the ultimate delete kit, basically. So yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get fuel tanks for the Ford. So no Starlink today. Signal here is usually crappy. So when we get driving, we'll start looking at the comments, this, that, and the other. So whoever's on there, go ahead and hit them likes. You should be subscribed. It's probably how you know I'm here. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this started. I'm gonna give Jen the phone. Flip it around there. There you go, baby. So just try to stay out towards the door. So I'm gonna back the truck in so I can strap it down without getting soaked. But just stay, once I open the door, just stay in the door frame so the signal gets good. Because inside it's gonna get terrible.
All right.
You walk up, stay around this area so that the signal stays reasonable. So I can't bring the phone inside, but basically the idea is the Ford frames over there. If you shine over, you'll see the Ford frames over there. We got that one side done. I haven't done much more to it because I've been out, but the idea is I need to get that fuel tank brought down to Aluma Tank in Illinois because I'm getting new tanks made for it. So that's what we're doing. Two places I know locally here in Wisconsin, reasonably locally, that do that polish Orwell's wheels. Yeah, shine over there, see the new wheels I got for Orwell for drives. I can't drop them off today because the two places I know. One place, the polisher guy got hurt, so he's on injured reserve for, I guess, for the time being. And the other place, they don't have a polisher that's working there at the moment. And they're both big trucking companies that have real snazzy looking shiny trucks. So I was gonna get my stuff done there. So I'm not dropping them off now because I don't know where to drop them off. So if you guys know places around here that can cut and polish the wheels for me, leave them in a comment, shoot me an email, whatever, let me know. But I want to get them done. That way, probably have them bolted on and ready to go in spring. I mean, I probably could put them on now. I just don't want to do it now while the weather's still crappy. But it's already getting on February, so spring's around the corner. They give me time to get these rims polished up, be good to go. Orwell soon will need steers, so I'd like to get at least one more of these Stud Pilot Peterbilt Oval 24.5 so I can, when I put new steers on Orwell, I can just put them on the brand new wheels, bolt them on, be done. Have at least 6 all shiny new ones, and then I'll maybe just put brand new ones on the insides. I don't want to ruin vintage wheels. So anyway, all right, let me back the dually in so I can get this thing unloaded and then get what do you call it? Tank in. There you go. Shoot, I still have gloves in here somewhere. Hang on, let me find my gloves. I just gotta clean out the back of this thing. This truck really needs a detailer bad. You see the comments pop up and you read them the head if you want. They come around here so you can see where you're on. So this is the flag side I made for the back of the truck for when we were doing pilot car work. See kind of back here, it's this angle iron bolted to an old trailer hitch mount that I just took the trailer ball part of it off. So we'll take this out of the truck, don't need it. I'm gonna have to make a better one. This one's made out of wood. And the flags are stuck in it because the wood swelled up in all the rain and nastiness we were in. So that'll just sit right there. not a paid spot. I'd like to work with them in the future, but we're taking this to a Luma tank because I explained to them what I want is the old style Ford filler cap, as long as you can get a screw type cap for it. I don't want the Freightliner cam lock, which is what they're putting on Sterling or Ford stuff. So this tank needs to be the same diameter but longer, and I'm looking for 130, 140 gallons approximate in capacity. So what I want to do is get this tank in the truck and then strap it down and be good to go. They're in Illinois. It's like a 2.5 hour ride-ish in that range. Wire cutters. Oh, they're in the truck still. Yeah, they're back. You see any comments, baby, or no?
No, when it first was on, yeah, but now I can't see.
Touch the screen. See?
Oh.
We'll do better. We're going to stay live while we're driving down there. So we'll do better.
It's like, hey, Steve, how's your parents holding up?
I have no idea. I haven't spoke to them in weeks.
And somebody said, yes, finally Orwell gets some respect. I think they meant with the rims.
Yeah, that's exactly what they mean. Orwell gets a lot of respect. It's an old truck that still runs. This doesn't look as good as everybody likes it because people think that looking good and operating good are the same thing.
Hey, have you ever worked on a Kenworth K100?
Never worked on one. I almost bought one many, many years ago, though. Long before the channel, I was actually looking into buying a Cabover. Dude, you gotta bear in mind, I was doing this Cabover stuff, or wanting to do it, long before the channel. I was doing it before the channel blew up, so you gotta bear that in mind. Yeah, I almost bought a K100 that was in Indiana, which I thought might have been Chad Keegan's blue truck, but turned out not to be. It was not the truck he bought, because he bought that truck in Indiana. And I was wondering if that's where that truck went, but no, it's someone else's truck. I damn near bought it. That was quite a many years ago. What else?
Orwell looks wonderful.
Orwell looks wet.
Yes, sir. Orwell's a beautiful working truck.
That's the thing. I don't think I will ever own a quote show truck. I'll never win best of show for what is supposedly a working class truck, which clearly are not, because they spend more time at the polish shop than on the road. That's my personal opinion. Hey, some people have it like that. I just don't. I think a truck needs to actually work. To earn its keep. So that's my philosophy on it. I don't begrudge anybody that does the show truck circuit. It's just that's not my thing. But some people love it, and that's cool. It's good for them. Yeah, Orwell's a working class truck for sure. It's like this dually. I beat the hell out of it doing a pilot car service with Tim, but it's a truck. It's work. I mean, you don't try to beat the hell out of it. You don't try to hurt the truck, but you do try to just, it's a truck. It is a truck. 2.5 hour ride. I thought this thing rolling around and bouncing around, so.
Somebody said you have some good help today.
Jen, she's a camera holder today, so she's got time off because we were supposed to be in Tennessee right now. But Jen took time off, so it didn't happen. So, Orwell's scheduled to load Monday for the West Coast. Looks like we got multiple drops. I think he said Wyoming. I think the final's in Arizona. So I think we're definitely on the West Coast on this next run. So I'll start loading it up Monday. That'll be next week. Today's obviously Friday for if you're not watching it now live. You watch it later on. Today's Friday, so that's why It was a last minute thing to hurry up, get this tank loaded. 2.5 hour ride. I got to be there by 4. Drop his tank off. That way I can prints. Once they start making prints, I know what's the word I'm looking for?
Blueprints.
Drawings, schematics on with the tank's final size. Then I'll know the proper length of my frame. I need this known size before I make my frame and to ship it out to Vermont to get a new frame made. So, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to answer comments while I eat. I found down the street at the Quick Trip, they have my chicken noodle soup. Get in my belly, all of you. Chicken noodle. Those who know the Baby Yoda Chicky Nuggies song know where I get that crap from. So yeah, I got egg cups, not egg cups, but hard-boiled eggs I can eat in the truck. So sorry I gotta be a pig. You guys get to watch me eat before we go, because I haven't eaten a thing other than coffee. So load up with the comments and questions. Well, I stuffed my face with chicken noodle soup.
I forgot to bring my glasses too.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna be helpful.
No.
What we got?
What kind of motor does Orwell have?
Caterpillar 3406B. It's a 7FB serial.
Somebody said don't forget the OJ.
Crap.
You forgot the OJ.
I did.
Okay, somebody is... Okay, I have a question. What does a fuel tank look like? So, what I'm saying is, how much would a fuel tank weigh?
Well, you just saw me pick it up and chuck it in the truck. It's aluminum and it's empty, so it don't weigh very much. I'm gonna guess 60, 70 pounds empty, maybe 80. I don't think a bag of cement weighs like 60 to 80 pounds, like Quikrete, Saccharete, that kind of stuff, like 80 pounds. I don't think it weighs even that much. But it's just a big piece of aluminum. Actually, it's not even a lot of aluminum, it's just bulky. I mean, pick them up, throw them around. I mean, I can probably throw that thing 10 feet. If I just picked it up and chucked it, it don't weigh much. It seems stupid using this big, huge, heavy-duty pickup truck to haul a 60-pound tank, but Jen would not let me put it in a Mercedes. Wouldn't fit. And it hurt the Mercedes. So it's got to go to the alignment shop. Because I may have whoops. All right, Chad Keegan moment there. Check him out on YouTube. But, I kind of messed her alignment up dragging it out of a snowbank because not snowbank, she got it stuck in the apartment driveway. I dragged it out and I messed the alignment up when I did. I couldn't find a pull hook, so I wrapped it around one of the wheels, dragged it, one wheel dragging, 3 wheels rolling. And the alignment ain't perfect no more. I noticed it when I came up here with it last, so car's on restricted duty till we get the alignment right or fix what I bent. There's no time today, so I got to make that appointment tomorrow. Once I know when Jen's working, she can bring it down and stay with it on a day off. Anything else you want to know about the tanks? I don't know what else to say about them. They're just big old fuel tanks. But these are small 99-gallon tanks. They're not big enough. They're good enough for what that truck used to do, but they're not good enough for what I intend on doing with it. And I don't need a driver having to fuel up twice a day. On a hard day. Truck's got to go down the road and make money. There's got to be more comments, baby. I touch the screen.
Some of them I can't read, to be honest with you.
That's a major problem.
One person said, nice, I have. What?
Once we get down the road, I'll use her phone to read the comments, guys.
Hi, Steve, from Silver Springs, Maryland.
Silver Springs, Maryland. Where the heck is that? I like my chicken noodle soup, so I got 2 of them. They had a full thing, so I was like, oh, I'm getting 2 of them today.
Scrap,
I'll eat 2 at home.
scrap aluminum big blocks.
What about
Big bucks. See, I forgot to put my glasses in my purse.
We needed to stop home and get them on our way out. So I'll just, when you get close to home, I'll just put the phone down. Yeah, you need your cheaters because you got to be able to read comments. Well, I could read them off your phone, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not driving Orwell, so I don't really care about that. I have to watch that with Orwell because I'm leased on a motor carrier. I'm not my own motor carrier like him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need guys calling me pull for. Which you probably already do just to troll because you know troll out, right?
Steve, you the man.
I'm just a truck driver eating chicken noodle soup. This is the worst live of all. Guy goes live on YouTube so you stuff his face. This is probably the only, well, I got egg cups in the truck, but this is the only thing I'm going to plan on eating. Why don't you tell him what you got planned for dinner tonight? No, you can't come over and eat, but then I'll tell you what we're eating.
A pork roast that's in the slow cooker.
Now, question or statement?
Because it's a pork cattle roast. It's like seasoned a pork roast that I put in the crock pot, and it should be ready when we get home.
There you go. That's dinner. It's dinner tomorrow.
I'm maybe steak.
Oh, you thinking steak?
Yeah, we got steak.
I better take them out tonight when you get home.
Yeah. Then you should show them how big your steaks are compared to mine.
There's a store locally that we get them at. They're like, how many pounds a day when you get them?
Maybe like 20
Pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
About that, between like 15, 20 pounds.
Yeah, so last one we bought was like 20-pound piece of steak. It was like, I don't know, like 170 bucks.
No, it was cheap because it was on sale for $7.99 a pound. I think it was like $126.
Yeah, the price was like 170. So
Oh yeah, it was like 170 the
and
week
it was on
before.
sale, and you buy it, and then you give it to the butcher right there in the same store, and they cut it up to the size you want. So Jen gets 1-inch steaks, and I get 1.5 to 2-inch steaks.
And he cuts them for free.
And the cuts for free, but to get them at that deal, you got to buy them, like a 20-pound thing at a time. And it's like, imagine buying a steak. It's as thick as like that big, like lengthwise, and they cut them. And it packages them up, pay for them one shot, out the door you go. So we buy them, and then we keep one pack out to cook that day.
Oh, my finger's stuck.
I know, it hurts.
Oh my God.
I do it all the time. And so then you buy it one shot, freeze the rest, and eat the one. So tonight we'll thaw them out overnight and make steaks tomorrow on a barbecue. Work hard, so I like to eat good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds yummy. It will be. How was it with Tim up in your neck of the woods?
Foggy, and weather was just nasty. I mean, fog like chicken, like thick fog. But we got over by the lake. It wasn't all that bad, but it was interesting getting that big load through Racine. So it was a trip getting through there. That's a video in and of itself, just getting that big boat through downtown Racine. Very tight with lights in the middle and little islands in the middle of the road. It was a trip. A success story though. So big boat, big risk, big rewards though. But Tim got it pulled off good. I'm glad I was able to help and learn. It was an experience for me just to sit back and do what I did, which is to watch and pull pilot car duty, which is a whole nother thing for the tail car.
Hey Steve, how much does it cost to get a CDL?
Depends on where you live. A CDL isn't expensive. It's the schooling to get the CDL that costs a lot of money. Most companies won't touch you unless you go to trucking school, and that costs a considerable amount of money. But like up here, it's Fox Valley Tech. I don't know what they charge, But there's Fox Valley Tech up here in Appleton. So find out, you might be able to get like a grant through the state or something. So there are ways to reduce cost, and there are some really good schools that do it nowadays. Good as far as, I don't know, they probably could be better, but I like Fox Valley Tech. They actually get into the nitty gritty when it comes to driving, and even the mechanic side of things, the maintenance side. They train you for in the shop, and they train you for out on the road. So I don't know, to me that's a good place. Just gotta look into it. Trucking schools will cost. But the CDL itself, it's just whatever motor vehicle costs for the test.
Good morning, Steve from Northwestern Washington State.
Northwestern, it's up by Dominique.
Hey, big dog, keep on trucking.
Well, we're gonna be pickup trucking today.
I'm getting hungry from your conversation.
I'm almost done. Yeah, that happens. How many we got on? Oh, hit them like buttons, by the way, guys. Come on.
176 are watching, 105 likes.
All right, there we go. See there? They're getting on it. All right, I'm done stuffing my face. Let's go. I'll eat the 8 cups later. Now I haven't eaten nothing all day except coffee, which that's not good for you. You gotta follow me.
Oh no, I was just trying to tell you something.
No, you follow the camera.
Sorry.
The camera. In the order of which camera people go around here, I'm the better one. Matt is second worst. Jen is the worst. I always feel bad having to like tell her, do this, do that. But sometimes it's just, whatever. It takes a while to get good at it, I guess. Am I forgetting anything?
No, but you want to take this for a minute?
Oh. Jen's like, she gotta go to the bathroom. Oh no, God forbid we admit that a lady has to go potty. Oh no. There's a trip on the garbage. I gotta go to cardboard dumpster. Jen's gotta go potty. Oh no, whatever shall we do? Yeah, I gotta clean this mess. I mean, literally, it's just this. I mean, the tow rope. Yeah, we needed that. Yeah, it's been a trip. It's been a trip. I got my hoodie back, my other hoodie. I just got both hoodies back there. Let me get the truck out of the shop to close the door. Oh, reverse the camera. Ready. Brought Grogy with us. He's guarding the truck while we're gone. The knob. You ever grab one of these shifter knobs on a Dodge because you're lowering your radio or turning up your heat and you grab your shifter, or turn the volume up when you're trying to put your cap in drive? I bet I'm not the only one that's done that. Guaranteed. That is the dumbest thing on earth. Whatever, that's how they built them. Alrighty. So yeah, we'll fire him up probably Sunday, get him inside, and then have Orwell sitting inside. Actually, I know I gotta bring him inside. I gotta go over a couple things, get him right to go before we go for a run, because we're going out west. So I'm trying to remember. I don't know, I might not do fuel filters, not sure on this one. Close the lights. I'll wait for Jen. Come outside so you don't lose signal. I gotta clean that lens, that looks a little foggy. Now you see why I love the produced videos better. We seem to be doing pretty good with the lives though. I'll leave the fan on, helps with the heat. Lock the door. Check key, yep, got it. Alright. I always double check my doors. Yep. Sweet. Alrighty, let's go. 2.5 hour ride down to Illinois. Here, hold this. I want to take my hoodie off. Truck has heat. I see no need to have to bundle up to go down the road. This truck has good heat. Oh, the other thing I forgot to tell you, babe, it was giving me, remember the other truck had the engine fans that like stayed on forever for no reason?
Yeah.
It was doing that during the trip.
Really?
Yeah, it stopped though. Now that it's home and close to the dealer, now it's stopped. But them engine fan, the electric fans, it's got a a regular big radiator fan, and then it's got electric fans that come on while like your air conditioning's on or where it's getting too hot. It's got that, and then the electric fans just been staying on.
Well, I gotta put my seatbelt on.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Show who's also helping today.
Oh yeah, I showed the babies here. Grody, baby Yoda doll with his Philadelphia Flyers. So we brought him for moral support. Damn, Grody, you been drinking? Alrighty, let's check some comments here quick. See, I just grab it like that. See how I'm grabbing the phone?
Yeah.
And I just hit with my thumb. That's how I do it. Yeah, I guess he's talking about the inside of the truck. Always found Freightliner Argosy interesting. Their last Cabover produced in America. No, there is another Cabover the Freightliner has out. If you ever watched Transformers, Megatron is a Freightliner Cabover, the more modern one, but like almost nobody ever bought one though. A lot of bigger companies reimburse your CDL school. Yeah, they'll reimburse your CDL school, but then they own you. You're basically an indentured servant for quite a while when that happens, so that's not good. I wouldn't do that. I would just pay cash. That way you don't owe any carrier any money, and then they'll mess up your DAC score over that too. That's like DAC, it's kind of DAC. There's a big, huge lawsuit about that. Drivers, it's kind of, how do I word it? It's kind of like a credit score for drivers. The companies just use it to be retaliatory when a driver quits because the company F's them over, and then they ruin the DAC score. Then it's hard for another company. Fritz Widmeyer used to say, if you had a crappy DAC score, you're probably the driver I want to hire because you didn't go along with getting effed over by a crappy company. And usually it's what it was, and you could always tell. But bigger companies got too many lawyers and not enough brain cells, so that's kind of how that goes. I do not like the new way that YouTube does these comments. They're so dim. How much fuel can Orwell hold? Orwell has twin 130, I think 130, 135 gallon tanks. So it's 130 side. And of course you don't get every drop of fuel out of them because you're gonna obviously run out of fuel. So we're gonna have signal problems here for in and out for probably the next maybe 2-3 minutes. So bear with it with that. I need to be on your phone with this because I cannot.
I know, that's why I was trying to get it on here for you.
I know, so I'll reverse the camera for you. So yeah, this is it here. Orwell needs bling. Working on it. That's what them wheels are for. But right now I got to get the Ford Cabover going too. I was working on getting the wheels polished. One of the plan was I was going to drop them off today to get my new drive wheels polished, but the two places around here that I know of, one guy got hurt, another guy isn't. There's nobody there. So, yeah, I wanted to do it, but I just couldn't. So, we're just doing the fuel tank today, or just dropping it off. They're gonna make a print based on the old tank and my new requirements for gallons and size. That's what they're doing it. Why do some Cabovers run a cab light air intake pipe for engine? Cab height air intake for engine. Well, to get cooler air from up high. My 352 runs a pipe right straight through the cab. It's trying to get a clean bit of air, not sucking from inside. Orwell's intake actually sucks in from right on top of the grill. It funnels it down into the air filter. So the air, it's actually like almost like a ram air setup. I think sometimes they also try to run a snorkel in case, like you see the Australian style with the big tall things. I think it's also in case you wind up in high water. But I'm not 100% on that. I just know they just want cool, clean air coming from the outside of the truck. Nice Dodge. Hate that style of shifter on either column or on the floor is better. That'd be a hell of a lot better if it had a stick shift, to be honest. I would prefer a stick, but that's not an option with these trucks, so we'll have a chance. Philip Lee says, huge fan of FSC, Chad, Tim Gentry, and JBG Travels. Never heard of JBG Travels. Probably somebody I should. Hi, Steve from Ireland. I've seen a 352 Cabover in Ireland last year, and there's a K100E running around Ireland at the moment. I guess there is a market for that stuff overseas to have old cabovers like that. Yeah, I see our signal's getting crappy. Like I said, through this section of town here, there's no town, but through this section, signal's pretty crappy, so just deal with it for a little while. It'll get better once we get beyond the next road. Lyle Watson says hi. Oh, hi, Lyle Watson. Let's see here. Do you lift? Oh, do I lift the cab during a pre-trip? No. There's enough room to stick your face on there if you need. There's no need to lift the cab up for that. Love the channel, Steve. Keep on trucking. Thanks, Jay. Kuklia, I think it is. Kukia. Sounds Italian to me there. Yeah, so Orwell, like to check your oil, there's a little door in the very front of Orwell that you can open the door, pull a very long dipstick out. Little looks like a toilet snake. It's quite long. It's probably as tall as I am, to check your oil and to add the oil. So a lot of stuff you can do with the cab down. We basically raise the cab up for maintenance only. But if you want to check your brake adjustment or even adjust your slack adjusters, there's enough room to get up under there to do it. Be easier with the cab up, but raising the cab is a pain in the neck. JBG Travels is a fellow truck driver who blogs a lot. Her uploads daily. If he is, his uploads, I think it's he or she, I'm not sure. He uploads daily. If not, he is a frequent uploader. You should check him out. All right, cool. Somebody asked, how am I doing? Voltman Sherman. Doing all right. We're on our way. It's shining in the back there if you can see the fuel tank in the back of the truck. We got the fuel tank, the original fuel tank that came off the Ford Cabover. We're running it down to Illinois to drop it off to Alumatank. They're going to make me new tanks, custom. So I brought that, I'm bringing that tank with me so they can make a blueprint, a schematic for it. That way I'll know the length of the final product, and I'll be able to get the frame done exactly based on the tank size, because I know roughly what I want for the tank size. Oh, crap. We gotta go back to the shop.
Why?
I didn't grab a tank strap. Crap. I forgot something. So gotta go through bad signal area again just to get this. They probably could do the tank strap based on my given measurements, but I'd rather bring them one.
Yeah.
It might be usable, but sorry guys, hang on a minute. I'll get back to you. Oopsie daisy. How many people we got right now?
195.
Yeah, what's early in the day? Don't have a choice to do it live today. It's got to be when I'm actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Get down. Truck will straight up get. Stroll. The only thing I don't like about this truck being Hemi powered is it's so heavy. I guess the government forces it that you have to have that MDS on here, the multiple displacement system, which cancels off cylinders. Which, when it comes on for just a very short period of time and then it cuts off. The truck can't actually maintain speed on 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder configuration. It needs all 8. So if it does shift down to MDS, it'll give you like a little symbol on, it says ECO on the dash, and it'll come on, but it won't ever maintain it. Here, give me that for a minute. I'll show it to you. So look right there where it says menu. On the left side, I'll take my foot off the gas. See a little green light. See it says Eco right there? This is only give her a little power to maintain. It goes, we got stopping traffic in front of me. So right now that is basically a 4-cylinder right now. But as soon as I give her a little gas to go, it drops off. The truck can't actually maintain its own speed in 4-cylinder mode, so it's an absolute waste of time to have it. The good thing I like about it is the government doesn't force the auto start stop like half-ton trucks do. So if you got a 3/4 ton or like a 2500 or an F250, F350, you're not forced into that stupid engine stop thing when you come to a light, which on Jen's car, when it actually operates, it seems like it's like when the engine comes back on, it feels like you got like hit, like you got rear-ended. But then again, we always run that car in sport mode, so that probably doesn't help. But why would you run your car on, slush? Some Hemi V8 music, yeah, that's right. I guess you like that. Me too, Steve. Stick shift is better, absolutely. Love the sound of the V8 when it's opened up. My F-150 is a beast. Another pull when we pull out of the shop. I have to go back because I got to get the damn
strap.
The damn tank strap. So yeah, we can't run say a W9 or a 379 without permit only, but you can run Orwell no problems. Oh, the Irish one, the guy in Ireland with the Cabovers, the American trucks. I love seeing the work on the Ford. Hi, man. Thank you for making the content. Love it. Awesome. That's cool. So, there you go. So, yeah, I forgot my damn tank strap. I wanted to get new ones made. So, the idea is we're going to get the tanks painted or powder coated blue. Same. I want the whole thing with this Ford is I want it to look as close to how it always was when it was underneath that chapel trailer. But it has to still be a dual axle truck. And I don't like the frame thickness. To me, it's too thin. It's just it's 1/8 inch frame, which, believe it or not, that's what Orwell is. Orwell's only 1/8 inch frame, but the back they welded in a bridge. Where this one I'm going to go up to 3/16 frame, which is also why I made that big stand for the back of the frame to keep the alignment right for the width of it. I don't need the frame to come out or in, so I need to hold that straight. So that's the thing. I'm trying to get that done, or as much as I can over this weekend. But I got a lot of editing to catch up on too. So I got to get with Tim, Gentry. I got to find out what our plan is with, because he's in the middle of dealing with a bunch of crap in Tennessee. Plus his wife's having a baby really soon. So I got to find out what order we're dropping the videos when it comes to that. I don't want to kind of like overload it all in one shot. But it was a big load, big long haul, and lots of drama in that video. It was just nonstop between the weather, the scale houses, Indiana Toll Road, just more weather relations. If it wasn't the weather conditions, it was the aftermath from the weather, vehicle fires creating road closures. It's pilot car drivers with grandmas that passed away. Just sad, but we lost our pilot car in the middle of the run too. So it was just nonstop, but we got through it, and the load got delivered safe and happily, and everything was great. It took a while. But yeah, there's a lot of content coming up with that load for sure. That was definitely an interesting thing to deal with. It says American trucks are just too long for most European roads. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. Some American trucks are too big for American roads. Depends on the city. Gotta bear in mind, a lot of these older towns and cities were designed based on, horse and buggies, not automobiles or even large semi-trucks. So obviously they didn't move a lot of buildings as the roads needed to get bigger, but that's just the way it is. Yeah. Trying to read here, but I don't know if I'm right here at the shop anyway, so stay pointing this way, babe. There's a reason for it.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, I'll back up to the door and I'll get my tank strap. Oh, I forgot that. I feel like an idiot. Glad I thought of it as we were going down the road. Well, this sucks to find out about when we get doing it. Oh crap, I forgot the strap.
Happens.
I forget crap all the time. You forget crap all the time too.
Yeah.
Any big trip, you always forget something. All right, let's go. Come on, baby. Oh, this is comedy here. Watch little 5'0" Jen get out of this truck. What's even funnier is getting her in the truck.
At least it's not shorter than the other truck we had.
The other truck was taller. Here, hold it. The other truck was taller, factory, and I put bigger tires on it right before I traded it. Just in case something happened where I didn't get my dually, I had to put tires on it for the Glamis trip because they were bald. Stay outside till I get the door open. Alrighty. There's sensors that'll stop the door from closing, so I always do it like that. Alright, let me lock the door. Excellent. Alright, baby, get in. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. We're late. No, we're not. Just messing with you. Told you could do it. Yep. It's all easy for me. Up, grab, and bounce. I ordered it with running boards. It didn't come with it because it's got the air system on it for the air suspension. And the tanks are underneath Jen, so you couldn't get the running boards because the air tanks and air compressor are underneath Jen's seat right there. So, oh, she's getting her drink. So, alrighty, let's go.
Let's go again.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Times 2. We'll give him a little pull. Keep shining out the window for a minute or two. She'll scoot. She'll straight up scoot. Yeah, we'll set the cruise right here. Cruise on. Set. There we go. One more click. We're good to go. There. A little faster than fast, but not fast enough for the deputies to get in problems. Matter of fact, this county, you can swing back over here now. This county's actually really good. They do come strolling through my shop area because the shop's in the back, shop's in the front. Obviously, I rent that building, so the deputies do come rolling through. They will run radar on that road. I've seen them in my own driveway running radar, but it's not that common, but common enough. Oftentimes, he's sitting there eating lunch or whatever, but I've seen them many times come strolling through, patrolling. My old shop had a lot of catalytic converter thefts, including Matt's pickup truck got his cats ripped off. So yeah, this is not a county to mess around. I mean, I guess some people they got away with it, but they know it's a problem, so they start reacting to it. I haven't heard about a lot of problems recently in the local area, but again, it's just, it's a good thing because I don't mind having, I mean, obviously my truck's outside, it is a business, but here you get some. Where I grew up, the cops were absolutely brutal. They were like, they were terrible. But yeah, around here, they're nowhere near as bad. Nothing like I grew up with. These guys are actually pretty cool. We actually, when I was coming out of the shop, after I did a live, I came out and there was a car pulling out of my shop, another pickup truck like nosed in. I thought they had crashed. And apparently they were road raging. A guy ducked into my parking lot and called the cops, and the pickup truck guy wouldn't let him leave or something. So I rolled the window down, asked what was going on. The cop was kind of hard about it. He was like, oh, blah, 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 thanks for stopping. Move along. I'm like, all right. So then I turned around and I saw a responding officer come back. I'm like, all right, what's actually going on at my shop? By that time, they already cleared the scene, and cop, he actually apologized to me for being rude to me, but I'm like, dude, you're in the middle of doing cop stuff. I get it. I kind of figured it was a sensitive scene right there. He didn't know what was exactly happening, and it was time for me to be somewhere else. I understood it. He was all apologetic. He's like, man, I know who you are. I just didn't want to, I didn't have any, I couldn't deal with it right then. I'm like, no problem, man. He was real cool. So yeah, we definitely had we definitely did real good with that, with that situation there. Did you drive in Gentry? No, I did not. What? Did you drive Gentry and Son's truck when he came up to Maine? No, I didn't. I've never. The only truck I've ridden in with Tim was the white Cabover the International he had when. But no, I didn't get to drive Rooster. Didn't get to ride in Rooster. I took some video from inside Rooster when I was sitting still, but I didn't drive. Got unloaded. It was time for Tim to just make tracks to Tennessee right quick and in a hurry, because his wife's like ready to burst with a new baby. So he needed to get home real fast, and his answer was he didn't want to even try to get a load to go back. He just unloaded, took care of business, put her in gear, and got to stepping. And I know he stopped off to look at a Cabover that literally was en route, because he put on Facebook another Argosy, 4-axle Argosy. He put that on Facebook. It's the only reason I'll talk about it. I don't know if he's going to buy it or not, but he has intentions to get something like that, or that exact truck. But who knows what he'll do with it. But I know that was the game plan. So there was no time to like do anything fun. It was just get the load done and then get him down to Tennessee. So that's how that all played out, which is good that I had to postpone our trip, because we would have got done off-roading, and then we would have taken me and Jen to Tennessee, hang out with Tim, and Ashley would have just had a brand new baby, potentially, like literally a day before we get there. And I just, nobody wants that, you know what I mean? Nobody wants that. That's when they need to be alone. She needs to recover from the birth, and they need to spend time with the new little bitty baby. So I'm like, yeah, it's best that we just stay away. So we'll come back hopefully in about a month. That's the game plan, is about a month from now we'll get back down there. You guys have Baby Yoda with you guys? Well, yep, sure do. Didn't you ride in Sherbert too? Oh yeah, that's right. We drove Sherbert back after that clown was trying to tell us that the engine was blown up in it. Yeah, I remember. We rode Sherbert back. I rode a Sherbert back. Yeah, that's right. I did ride that. That's funny. You guys remember better than I do. What does that say? What does that say for me? Are you guys having Charlie Boys do work for your frame in Milton, Vermont? I don't know who Charlie Boys is. PG Adams is who I'm dealing with. It's not a plug. I did offer them advertising on the channel. Maybe they'll change their mind in the future, but right now they don't want to deal with that. I mean, they're in Vermont and they're still in work from home mode. I'm like, man, that crap was over 3 years ago. But that's Vermont, so whatever. I'll drop the frame off. It'll be done. I'll pay them money, and I'll go down the road. But yeah, that's who it's going to. I mean, I would have liked to have a sponsorship with them with it, but they didn't want it, so I offered. But that's okay. I mean, I'm not shy about who did the frame, or who's doing the frame, I should say. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know who Charlie and the boys are. I guess that's them. Don't know. I'm just scratching my head. They're still doing the work from home thing. I'm like, man, that was 3 years ago. Let's see here. What else you got? You need a grilled cheese with that chicken noodle soup for you too. Actually, I went back to when I was on my way home from leaving Tim. I stopped at Myers and I bought a pound of white American cheese. And I bought what else did I get?
Beer.
I bought beer.
Booze.
No, what did I get? I can't remember. What did I buy?
Bullet, a giant
bottle
of
I
Bullet.
bought Bullet and then Johnny Black. I don't need Johnny Black in the house, so I bought that. And I bought something else. Did I buy something else to eat? It was cheese. Beer, booze, and cheese.
Because you want me to make grilled cheese.
Right, so Jen can make me grilled cheesy. So, yeah, that was yesterday. And I stopped at Best Buy. I had to get another portable hard drive so I could get my editing done easier, because I had to empty out all the SD cards. And I forgot a GoPro in Tim's truck, so when they get to Tennessee, they're going to ship it back to me, because I really need my SD card, not so much the GoPro, but the The SD card's in there. I'll see here. Why does someone else go so crazy over Rooster? It's not a show truck by any means. If you get to see it in person, just a work truck. Well, let's be honest, okay? Rooster damn near was lost in a fire. The hood was damaged in the fire by dragging it away from the building. The truck itself, some of the paint blistered from the fire. In fact, the firefighters kept wetting Rooster down to try to keep it from catching fire while the fire was on. Rooster's got a pretty big built engine. I think it was, I don't want to speak out of line, but you gotta bear in mind, Rooster had a big ass professionally built engine. I don't know where he sent it, but it was painted custom, matched the truck and everything. And that engine was the one that was lost in the fire. The block was cracked. And that was like a, I don't know, $25,000 engine. And it got so hot that once the water hit it, when the fire department finally got in there, Tim was trying to tell him, hey, don't get, try not to hit that area hard with the water. And they did, because the fire department's worried about making a fire not be there anymore. Their answer, they weren't trying to save equipment. They certainly weren't trying to save the structure. Their answer was just to keep the fire contained and not let it spread, and everything else be damned. So as soon as that water hit that engine block, as hot as it was cracked, and the block was then garbage. So Rob found them. Rob from SH2, they go for truck, but Rob found them. I think it's a 5EK, the big cats, and they sent it out. And I know they tore that engine down to find out what the internals looked like. But basically, Rooster's engine is C18 right now, built out of a 5EK block, and it is a powerful engine. And that thing will go down the road. I followed that thing, weighing almost 84,000 pounds, and that truck will straight up walk the dog and kick the cat in the hills of Pennsylvania, which is part of the problems why I almost got devastated by a particular road raging guy in a green Peterbilt hauling a dump bucket, because he didn't have enough snot to get a empty coal bucket. I'm assuming it was loaded up. No, it had to be loaded. He didn't have enough snot to get his car, his supposed large car, around Rooster when they're pulling a hill. So they can only gain on him going downhill, but not uphill. So every time we start going uphill, the guys start losing it, and then they're trying to get a big cannonball run downhill around a curve, and I can't let them pass the load because they'll hit the friggin' truck. And the guy literally started to one in the green truck, almost ran me off the road. It got to where I just set the microphone down and grabbed on the wheel and was just waiting to get spun out, because I thought the guy was literally going to hit me. He was so pissed off. So Tim finally backed out of it, let him around, and then he started teasing him on Channel 19, telling him, you can't keep up on a hill. But, the guy's trying to run a hard run downhill. He's literally trying to come down a hill like 90 mile an hour, and Tim's holding the speed limit. He's going up the hill, walking right away from these two guys. And they're like, oh, that boat ain't heavy, I'm like, punk, that thing's almost 84,000 pounds, and you're 80,000 pounds, and that truck's walking away from you. So, yeah, Rooster weighs more, and he walks the dog a lot better than them Peterbilts were pulling them dump buckets. So, that guy in that green truck, go F yourself, and you're lucky I didn't have that on video, and my cameras died. Because I guarantee you, if the right people in Pennsylvania saw that, you'd be locked up, sitting in jail for attempted murder. So, you can kiss my ass. But yeah, that's why Rooster is a special truck. And why wouldn't it be a special truck? It's a 98 truck. It's a 379. How many 379s do you even see on the road anymore? There are a good amount, but they're not like, you see a lot more 389s, 379s, and then that one's got the bed and breakfast sleeper, so it's even a more rare truck. So I don't know what Rooster's worth, but listen, that truck's worth a lot to Tim. He made it a character, and I don't know. To me, it's a special truck. I love it. I love that truck. Come on, school bus, let's go. It's not that hard. The school bus in front of me is just taking his sweet time. Maybe he needed a radio in for permission to make a left turn. I threw that defrost on a little bit. It literally just started getting frosty once we made my turn, which made no sense. That's right. There we go. Let's see here. What else we got? That's all you need in life: beer, booze, and cheese. Mark Potterama says, I was right across the interstate from you guys at Buckhorn, PA. If I knew you guys were there, I would have also been over there to see you guys and say hello. Yeah, we had a couple people throughout the load stop by and say hi. Man, Tim was doing a live. We were coming through Edgerton, Ohio, and there were fans that knew the road we were on, and they waited for us to come by. And they were like sitting out they're standing in the load bed or the pickup truck to get a good view of Rooster coming through town. I thought that was awesome. That was real cool. Yeah, you and Jen make a cute couple. Happy for the two of you. Thank you, Tabitha. Yes, we work very well together. Even though she struggles with filming.
I'm terrible at that.
Steve, you have a favorite European truck? Which model is it? Honestly, no. I don't know enough about them to know. I know everybody over there loves the Scanias or Scania, however else you pronounce it. Now, everybody loves those. But I don't have a particular. I just think it's interesting just the way that you guys run your trailers and your axle spacing, the types of tires, whether you're singles or duals. I think it's very interesting the way they do it over there. But a particular brand of truck, I don't really know. I don't know enough about them. Somebody made a comment about, it was snowing the other day in Maryland. Now it's 70 degrees. Yeah, it's further south, so when it gets cold, it doesn't stay cold for long. So yeah, the Fat Man says Rooster is a star of Gentry and Sons, like Orwell is the star of FSC Trucking. Yeah, no doubt. Orwell is by no means a show truck. I mean, I show you all the short fallings that Orwell has. I mean, that's part of the plan. Is I intend on getting once the Ford's running, I want to get started immediately on the 352. I need a new Peterbilt frame for that. Basically do the same thing, make all new frame, put all new fuel tanks, probably rebuild the A model, but convert it over to a non-pre-combustion chamber head so I can put Jakes. But I'm told the Jakes, even on non-pre-combustion chamber A models, they just don't really hold it back all that well. But I don't know. I do want to put the 352 back on the road and then eventually start sending Orwell out to get like the paint redone, the interior all new. Like I want to get Orwell an all new interior. I won't bust my chops about the seat, and I will get a new seat pretty soon. But honestly, right now I'm trying to focus more on, maintaining Orwell, maintaining the trailer, but putting it into the trucks to try to grow the channel better with more content, with getting the Ford done. That's why we're doing this today. I mean, we're driving 5 hours just to drop off a fuel tank to get a new set made. So yeah, this whole thing, that's all about getting fuel tanks. Almost said gas tanks. Getting fuel tanks for the Ford. So yeah, I don't want to fall into the trap of the projects that never get done. But at the same time, I would like to try to buy another truck to put a driver in. That becomes a project. That's why we are hiring a mechanic. Long story short, I'm pretty sure I've made up my mind that I'm hiring this man, provided he gets everything on his side. I'm still in escort mode where I have to just cut across and hold the lane so Tim can get over. But I'm still in escort mode. Yeah. Ever wonder why the truck only gets 12 miles a gallon with me driving empty? Actually, let's see what it shows. Let's see here. The truck says, forever how long it does, it's average 12.9 mile a gallon. And since I left home to work with Tim, now that's up and back with the shop too. I put 2,000 miles on the truck, average of 12.8 mile a gallon. It was running 14 when I was following Rooster, but Rooster's also cutting the wind, and Tim doesn't run Rooster solid with that load as hard as I do my pickup truck empty. So we're plus 10 right now. And usually when I keep it empty plus 10, we average around 12 or 13, somewhere in that range. So whatever it is, what it is. Listen, it probably weighs, the other one weighed like 7,000. So this one's probably like 7,500 pounds. It's damn near an 8,000 pound pickup truck. You're not getting Honda Civic fuel economy out of it. I don't care what kind of engine you got.
So, and it's raining, so everyone's going to be goofy and silly. Stepping on the brake for not much of nothing. Larry Twin Stick Garage did that. What did he do? I don't know what you're referring to there. Looking good, ain't? You can't wait for the cab for you to drive the cab over. Yeah, Ford Cabover. I know. I watched your live last night. What's your email address? It's FeszJakShop, FeszJakShop @gmail.com. Same as my last name. Add the word shop. That's all you need. I watched a couple of videos from Japan. They load dirt trailers from all the way to the back as high as. So I guess they don't have any weight limits. I don't know. Either that or the trailer is built to be as heavy as it can without being overloaded. I'd have a hard time believing that Japan has no weight limits. Otherwise, you'd have people, stacking like the whole planet in a little trailer with 2 axles. It would break. No, I said that earlier. No, I did not get to drive Rooster there, Charles. There was no time. Got empty, and he had to haul the mail, get back to Tennessee because Ashley's due with a little baby. So that was that. Cab New Zealand talking about cabovers over there. Missed the beginning of the live. You two-headed right now on the live. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll explain. So what we're doing is shine it in a little bit again, baby. Or here, I got one better. Vehicle cargo camera. So in the load bed of the pickup truck is one of the fuel tanks from the Ford CL9000. We're taking it down to Alumacraft in Illinois so that they can use this as a dimensional template to know the size tank I need them to make me. But this is only a 100-gallon tank, and it's all nasty on the inside. So I want new tanks made that'll hold at least 130, 140 gallons. I need 2 of them. So we're bringing it down there so they can use it as a dimensional template, get the right size fuel cap for it and all that whatnot, so they can build me 2 brand new tanks for the Ford. That way, once they get me at least the dimensional drawings, I can be terrible because these bumps shine out in front. Every damn seam you feel, and in a pickup truck like this, I mean, this is where it's like women got to wear a sports bra and guys like me got to hold your belly. So it just boom, 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 boom. It's so friggin' terrible. And we pay taxes for this road. You imagine that? This road is disgusting. I can't believe it. I mean, there are so many. Wisconsin's noted for some of these real bad roads. But you can see every seam in the pavement. And you can feel it too, trust me. You probably hear my voice as we bounce up and down the road. So yeah, long story short, we're getting new fuel tanks made for the Ford. So I'm dropping this off so they have a dimensional template to use. Once we know exactly how long the new tanks are going to be, I know how long my frame is going to be because I need this frame to be as short as possible, but as long as required, which is in the 24-foot range, bumper to bumper. That's the plan. So we're heading to Illinois with the fuel tank for the Ford as a template. That's what we're doing. So, on our way down. And Jen had time off because she took time off from work because we're supposed to be in Tennessee off-roading. But because I had to help Tim with the escort load, I didn't get a chance to go, which turned out to be a good thing anyway. So we'll go next month when Sean has his next batch of time off he can take. How long to check Orwell's coolant? There's a door right under the big Peterbilt emblem underneath the windshield. You just climb up on there, open the door, take the radiator cap off, and stare your face inside. Ever think about stretching the 352 and adding the drop axle for heavy haul? No, because I have an engine for the 352, which is the engine that came out of the 352. Honestly, I'd prefer to put a B model cat in that truck rather than the A model that it came with. It'd have a little bit more power and better Jake brakes. And I know where one's at, but I'm not going to get out there fast enough to buy it, I fear. Unless I literally spent the weekend driving out there, bought it, and put it in a load bed and brought it home. Which I guess I could do. And I'd have to leave tonight if I did that. But no, I don't really need to spend that kind of money on just getting a rebuildable core, especially when I have to drive all the way out to Massachusetts to get it. Hopefully the guy can hold on to it for a little longer until I get back out there. But we'll see. I don't even know if I'm going to do it. Anyway, the idea is to rebuild the A model that's in it, put a longer frame, basically same setup like Orwell has. Basically, I want Orwell's driveline underneath the 352, built basically the same way it is. Find a way to add power steering to it. Put a more modern Peterbilt front end in it, like the two leaf springs, and that's basically the idea. I haven't really done a lot of research into it, although I have talked to Rob at SH Tube about what can be done with that truck. He gave me some good ideas. So the 352, I want to get back running and put them on the road. Whether I put a driver in or not, I'd have to find a pretty hardy driver. But that's the idea with the 352. Now the 12V71, I do got to get that out of the machine shop. I actually got to tell them to finish it and then get it out of the machine shop. But that's going to go in a whole nother truck that I plan on being a conventional that we can show off the engine. But it's a different kind of conventional than what you typically see on the road. So hopefully I will break the internet with a one-off, never been built before style truck with the 12V71, the Detroit. So, hope that answers your questions. Green APU for the Ford? Absolutely. Green APU is a must. I'm going to want a green APU on every truck that I have on the road that ever is going to have a driver sleeping or myself sleeping in it. It's a must-have. That unit is absolutely a rock star beast. It works great. Mine has literally never broken down. It's given me no trouble at all, and it works really good. Now, granted, Orwell's got a real small cab, so it kicks the ass of the heat and air conditioning in that truck really good. But yeah, green APU is an absolute must for any road truck that I have where a driver needs to sleep in comfort. Let's see here. We all have seen kind of crappy roads in Oconomowoc. Yeah. Oh yeah, APU for the 352 as well. Again, every truck that I build from here on, or even buy, I'm gonna have to make room for the green APU to fit on the rail somewhere. So even if the 352 doesn't get it immediately, it for sure will have a place for it. That way, when I do eventually get one, it'll be installed. So that's the thing. They installed it on Orwell. They installed it on Gentry's truck. I know there's one or two other Cabovers they've done them on since my video dropped. They'll do any kind of custom work to get an APU on your truck. Boom. That was a hard hit. It's one thing crappy about running an empty dually everywhere. It's the bumps on these things are terrible. Some bumps are so vicious it'll throw the ass end up in the air. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. There's one by the house on that one county road over by Scrapper Mike's before they fixed it. Uh-huh. Oh, that thing, I swear, would send this thing about a foot in the air in the rear. The front stays grounded, but the rear end just goes bouncing around like a ping pong ball if you're going normal speed. Not for the neat damn autocorrect, I know what you mean. Have you ever seen the movie Duel? No, I've never seen that movie. Probably should rent it off YouTube one of these days. Me and Jim will watch a lot of the Vikings, like the Last Kingdom and Vikings Valhalla. I'm watching a lot of that stuff. So I'm trying to see what else we got going on here. Anybody else got any other questions? Because we're going for a little while here, so. And a headache rack for the other cab. Yeah, headache rack for storage. Actually, believe it or not, since they redid cargo securement about 8 or 10 years ago, headache racks are no longer required, nor were they ever actually effective. They're made out of aluminum. That ain't gonna stop nothing. Not really. But they're great for storage. So back in the day when Fritz Widmeyer was still alive, he started speccing trucks with extra long frames. There was still a requirement to have a headache rack, but they were just backboards. What were they? That was the Western Stars that he bought. He bought these real long frames and he put headache racks on the back. What they were backboards. They didn't store anything on them or in them. but he had big, long cabinets on each side of the truck that he had drivers hang the chains and put the straps away in. The theory was that way drivers couldn't fall off the truck and get hurt. It just minimalized risks of drivers falling or straining something, climbing up and down. I guess it worked, but they didn't do that ever again. It was one batch of trucks that Fritz ordered like that, and they never did it like that again. So I'm not saying it was a bad idea. It just, for whatever reason, I guess it wasn't effective enough for them to keep going with it. But whichever. But I'm going to put headache racks on my trucks just to store all the equipment. I keep a lot of my straps are kept on the passenger side of the truck in that big cargo hold over there. The driver's side is where I keep like my tools, all my compliance stuff, like my triangles, that kind of thing, my supplies for my wide load, banners, flags, all of that, my bungee cords for the few times I have to tarp, all that kind of, my oil, antifreeze, alcohol, for your brakes if you freeze up, or fuel if you gel up, oil, antifreeze, all that kind of crap goes in there too. So headache rack, that's all for chain storage, and chains and binders go in a headache rack. And then the trailer has a compartment for the half-inch chains that I use for the big heavy stuff. So I plan on putting headache racks on the trucks. Jen should see the movie Duel. Jen and you should see the movie Duel. I think you would love it. Now let's see. How much can modify old engine before you have to add def? You don't ever have to add def on an old engine. It goes by model year of the truck. So an old engine doesn't need def. So you can modify whatever you want. So like Orwell, I could put a brand new Caterpillar engine, like what were they? They were the 475/550s. You can get them brand new, but those engines are like $50,000, brand new from Caterpillar, never been ran, because they're made out of new steel. It's actually Chinese steel, but milled in America. But they're 51 grand, but you have to have an old engine to turn in as a core, or the EPA won't let you buy it. So I could put an electronic engine in Orwell for $50,000, plus I'd have to turn in an old engine. And they will take, I did an interview, you guys should check back last year at Matt's. I did an interview with the cat rep over at Matt's. He explained the whole thing on how to get a new one and what was required. But that's a $50,000 deal where I can rebuild an engine that I have for around the 18-20 mark, or possibly get a crate for a little bit more, which is a rebuilt old engine. But yeah, you do not have to put DEF. That goes on model year of truck, not the year of the engine. Of course, the EPA will let you put DEF in your truck, but why would you voluntarily burn cat piss if you don't have to? It doesn't make the truck any more power. In fact, it hurts the power. So yeah, that's how that goes. But I think the trucks I have are going to get the original engines, just rebuilt. I like the idea of a headache rack on the trucks for safety and storage. I don't think it does jack crap for safety, because if you have a load of pipe, that pipe will go right through that aluminum like it ain't nothing. It might slow down a coil, but it ain't going to stop it. Besides, if you're doing cargo securement right, you should not have a coil come loose. End of discussion on that one as far as I'm concerned. How long have you and Jen been? We've been together, what, like 7 years?
Yeah.
Around the neighborhood of 7 years. We consider May 11 our anniversary. So this year would be 7 or 8?
7.
7 this May 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta ask the women that. They remember it better. Lucky I remember the date. I'm surprised I actually remember that, to be honest. Any news on a step deck? Nope. No, not once we get our mechanic up here, and then he'll have plenty of work to do, including potentially on the step deck. Well, any at all work. So that's the thing. It's just I got, the man needs to make his money, and I need to keep him busy, and I need to get my money's worth. So that's probably when we'll start the step deck, because once the mechanic comes up, that's kind of what I'm figuring for when it comes to that. And I'm pretty sure. Matter of fact, he texted me yesterday, saw my live, so he's definitely eager to get this process started. It's just moving to Wisconsin in the winter is terrible, and he's got to work it out to find a place to live up here and all of that. So it'll be a process, but it'll work out good, I think. How far into Illinois How far south coming in Illinois? I forget the name of the town, but it's a little south of Delavan, Wisconsin. So we're just crossing into Illinois, basically. But it's just south of Delavan. So we're going to take this down to Milwaukee and then cut 43 across and then drop south around Delavan. Not very far from where I bought those 5 wheels. Jolene Cruising says, hello from Sweden. So I guess she'd make, what, the 7th or 8th female subscriber, assuming she's subscribed. Well, yeah, speaking of subscribers, you guys need to be hitting that like button, because...
They are.
They are?
Just 243.
243?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a good number, 243. Diesel Trucking said 10.4. I'm not sure why he says 10.4. But yeah, there. That's where we're at. Awesome. All right, guys, if you got any more questions, go ahead and ask them. If not, we'll just go ahead and start chopping the live off. We've been on here for a while.
About an hour and 16 minutes.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, I didn't have time to do this. I wanted to edit a video this morning, but I had to do more. I have to transfer into the solid state hard drive into my computer to be able to edit in a timely manner. So I got them done, but it didn't give me enough time to edit the video and get this job done and get you a video today. So I said, you know what, let me do a live. You guys would probably like to see progress being done on the Ford, getting it done, like actually starting to actually get work done. So I said, let me just do a live. Oh yeah, old school boat goals. Although right now it's ice fishing goals, I suppose. Well, it's always, not always, but see, it's where the water comes under the bridge. It's still,
yeah.
You can't see it that view, but yeah, it's still water there, but everywhere else is ice. It got real cold, and then it warmed up quick, so it's 35 degrees now and raining.
That's where we used to go boating.
Yeah, I know. We got the engine block done too. But we got a mechanic. We got a mechanic coming up now, babe, so we can start getting that stuff done in much better time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy knows engines. I mean, I'll build the engine for the boat because I want the block with the bigger bore, but I'll build the engine. But that'll free up a lot of time once you got stuff going. I really, Jen misses that boat more than I do, I think. Talk about it. Tell them about the boat. Here, put it on you and then talk about the boat.
I'm not putting it on me.
Here, all you gotta do is do this.
I don't want it on me.
Well, I'm not filming you. So reverse it and hold it like that. See? Nobody wants to talk to me. They don't want to talk to you.
They don't want to talk to me.
Well, tell them about our boat.
Well, the boat's pretty nice. I don't really know that much about it. It was fun.
It's a Sea Ray. It's an 89 Sea Ray 268. So if you know anything about the Sea Ray line of boats, they came out with a 268. There's a YouTuber that's good with doing boat reviews, and he's always one that goes beige. I was talking about the ugly beige boats. But the last few years of the Sea Ray 268, they started doing better with the colors. Ours is blue, like aqua blue, and it's absolutely gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also, when they first came out with the 268, they were putting 454 big blocks in them, 430 horsepower, no, 230 horsepower, 454 marine engines, but they were putting alpha stern drives in them, and the stern drives couldn't handle longevity of the power of the big block engine. So I coined the phrase that the early 268s had disposable outdrives, because you knew if you ran the boat if you drove it spiritedly, for lack of a better term, you knew you were going to destroy your outdrive. So the last few years of 268, they started putting Bravo 2s. Bravo 2, yeah, Bravo or Bravo 2, I can't remember. It's a single prop Bravo stern drive, and that's what mine has. Now that stern drive can take more power than a 454 can make. Was that, I think I can't remember what Mercury called the 454 in horsepower. That stern drive can handle up to 8.1 and even beyond 8.1 liters, which is basically a bored out and stroked 454. So we're going to bore this one out to 4.5 or 4.6 or 4.5 cylinder bore, but keep the same stroke for the extra power. So I don't have the disposable disposable stern drive, and I've got the bigger engine, and it's the not beige boat. That's what the boat, but it's 27 foot, so it's 268, meaning 26.8 feet, Basically, it's a 27-foot boat, single engine, stern drive, but it's a flat back. The deck is flat on the back, so the engine is completely submerged under the floor. Most of it's below the water line, and it's still a stern drive boat, so it can be towed easy. You can go anywhere without being a wide load. Sea Ray 300s were wide loads. They were 10 feet beam. My boat is exactly 8'6" beam, legal on the highway. So I'm not a wide load when I tow my boat. So we could tow that thing anywhere. That's why I bought that exact boat. There was a lot of thought and process and research in buying this boat. I bought it knowing it had at least cracked exhaust manifolds. I did not know if the block was cracked or not. Somehow or another, the damn thing passed the pressure test when I put when I had it down the block with the exhaust off it, and it still had a cracked block anyway, and it filled the damn crankcase full of water. So we used it exactly one trip, and the engine filled up with water and became a nightmare, which is exactly how it was I bought it. But I bought it cheap enough to where it was still a value. You'd have had to replace the entire engine and outdrive, which is what ultimately it needs. So we haven't ran it since that one time. It's been sitting in a storage building, much to our demise. Older videos have all the details of how we got the boat, why we did it, and all of that. So if you go way, way, way back in older videos before the truck channel took off, that's the boat we have that I've yet to still fix. So I've got to get in my own personal projects. I've got so much other crap going on.
And that tiny boat we had, we went out on that a lot.
It wasn't tiny. It was a...
Well, compared to the...
It was an Alumacraft 165. Basically, it was a sport boat / bass boat, and we tried to cruise with this thing. Like, we tried a long run with it. But being it was aluminum wide beam boat with an 16.5 feet long, it was basically a flat bottom boat with a little bit of a bow in the front of it, and it was a rough riding son of a gun. Oh man, it would beat the piss out of you, but it was fast. It was fast. But to go fast, you had to be on flat ground. You had to be on good, you know, you had to have decent seas. If you had big seas, you just had to put the bow in the air and just ride it out, which we did. There was a video we did. Me and Jen always referred to it as a fuel run, because I didn't know that fuel stop halfway would be closed. So we pushed it to Green Bay with the understanding if we ran out of fuel, we would be so close. I know the rule of thirds, trust me, I'm not an idiot. But also I knew the weather was good, so absolute worst case, we ran it out of fuel, I was going to be right outside the ship channel in Green Bay, and all I had to do was tell a towboat or somebody else with a boat how many channel markers to come out. We'd be sitting out there on lights at anchor, waiting for 5 more gallons. We'd have had it easy. But we made it all the way to Green Bay, and then I Ubered to go get the trailer because I wasn't going to try to bring the boat all the way to De Pere. I think we put it in De Pere.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't going to risk going up the river, but I just didn't want to be in a ship channel if we broke down. We didn't break down. We just shouldn't use the word broke down. We were just run out of fuel. The waves were so rough I couldn't run out on plane. I had to have it go slow, bow running severely displaced. So our fuel consumption was ridiculous. But the waves were super. We were dealing with it was a 16-foot boat. We were dealing with 8 to 10 footers. And the video was terrible because it was at night.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I thought we could run straight line, but there's a shoal that runs way out there in the middle of the bay. And the shallow water was charted at like 3-4 feet. And I didn't want to just come hauling ass across and rip the lower unit off the drive. So I was like, we'll go out around the shoal, but that's where the wind picked up, and that's where the waves got real big. And I'm like, oh Lord. But it was safe. It just was very uncomfortable. And I'll give Jen credit. I thought that was going to be her last trip on the boat. But no, she was just like, it wasn't unsafe. It was just uncomfortable. She was just like, this wasn't fun. Let's not try to do that again. So now Jen's answer was bigger boat. That we won't have to have.
Yeah, that way when we're in trouble, I can hide downstairs.
Oh yeah, because everybody was above deck, and everyone was getting wet. Because whenever you'd hit a big wave, it would splash. You get the spray come right over the whole boat. It was just, everyone was wet. It was just miserable. It wasn't fun. It wasn't dangerous by any means. It wasn't dangerous. It just was miserable. And we got 3/4 of the way to Green Bay, and then the seas were choppy, but I could get the boat to run on plane. And then we could make good time, and conserve fuel. You know, you're running faster, you're burning less fuel for the distance. Any guys that run boats, you know, you're better fuel. You just want to find a good cruising speed. But then we had this weird phenomenon that I never felt with that boat, is what it handled like running on choppy waves, planing out with an empty fuel tank. There's no weight. So it started bow diving quicker because the ass end was so light. So how many times it'd pull the prop out the water when it would go over a wave, it would just rip the prop out of the water and it would lose speed, it would just dive. It was such a weird feeling. But yeah, tell them about the inside of that boat while I'm looking at things here.
It's pretty nice. I cleaned it all up, and it has like a nice bed, a refrigerator, microwave, a little tiny, like, kind of like a room where you can make it into a bed, or you can make it into like 2 couches and sit on that. And it's got kitchen table. Small, but it'd be better to hang out down there if you were on a miserable trip.
Yeah, so it's what you call a mid cabin. There's a berth in the front, like a V berth in the very front, which is, for lack of a better term, your master bedroom. And then as you further back you go, you get into your galley area where there's an alcohol stove, 2-burner, a refrigerator, a sink. Opposite side is your eating area, which can fold down to a bed, where it's like a table to sit down at. And then underneath the boat's helm is your mid berth, which can be in couch configuration or it can be bed configuration, and it's right underneath the helm of the boat where you sit, and in the very back of the boat's all wide open. So your entrance to the below decks is off to the port side, which is your left side of the boat. From the right side of the boat, or starboard side, is a boat, and you drive from that side of the boat. When you walk in, it's on the port side, so you walk down. So the only seats in the front of the boat are a 3 wide bench seat right at the steering wheel. So it'd be your captain and 2 people sitting next to him. Then the back have these fold down seats, which honestly are about as comfortable as standing. And the back fold down bench over the engine bay is worse than the front fold down seats. The fold down seats are just a miserable design. So I just keep them folded up with folding chairs and a cooler. Or you can sitting on a cooler is more comfortable than the chairs that are built into the back of the boat, so you just don't use them. So I'll probably put something else there. And the back is all fiberglass. So if you go fishing, you just pick up your rug, the snaps on the back. So if you're fishing, you just pick up your rug, roll it up, and leave it behind. And then if you get fish guts or blood all over your floor, it's got a fresh water tank, so you just turn the water on and hose your deck off, get the fish guts out. Or what I might do is put a pump that'll pump seawater out of the raw water pump, basically. Just pump seawater on your deck just to not waste your fresh water to clean your decks.
And I don't know if you mentioned it has a bathroom in it too, with a shower.
Oh yeah, it's got a head, which you can literally crap, shower, and shave at the exact same time, because it's like a small camping trailer where when you walk into the bathroom, you're standing in the shower. So when you're sitting taking a crap, right between your feet is the floor drain for the shower, and then there's a little sink right there. So literally you could take a crap, lean forward, brush your teeth, and shower simultaneously. You can literally crap, shower, and shave at the exact same time. True story. Forgot about that. So it's a badass boat. I just got to get it done. So that's one of the goals. One of the big goals. Again, reason why we bought this big ass truck is so we could haul it around, still haul the truck camper along with that 41-foot enclosed. That's why I went with the heavy dually, was to do this kind of nonsense. Just we got to get to getting it. We still got to buy a truck camper. Yeah, see, there we go with that. We got to buy a truck camper still. We got to get the engine and outdrive for our boat. We got a lot of crap to do.
My hand's starting to cramp. Which way to turn it around?
The arrow with the spinny, right there, the spinny.
This
with the
one?
Camera. Yep. There you go. There you are. So, yeah. Where am I from? I'm originally from New Jersey. Jenna's originally from Philadelphia. What do you think about 18 speed to 13 speed? Well, they're identical. The exception is 18 speed can split the low end of the transmission. 13 speed can't. So how much low speed splitting do you need to do? Tabitha says, you're a beautiful young lady, Jen. Don't be camera shy. I think we're running out of comments. I don't see too many more comments here, so probably getting ready to call it a day here. So, yeah. New Jersey, N.I. Italian. Oh, I can't read that. There's a heart there. Nice, you're Italian. I'm half Italian. My mom's Italian. My dad's Polish and Ukrainian, hence my Ukrainian last name. But yeah, my mom's Italian, and I was raised predominantly on my mom's side. I was raised with my mom and my dad, but I didn't know my dad's side of the family. His parents passed before I was born, so I knew of an uncle that I had and my dad's brother, but I didn't really know him that well. He just wasn't like, I guess he was, I don't know, I just didn't know him that good. But I knew a lot on my mom's side of the family. So there's a heavy Italian influence in me because of my mom and my grandpa. Because I also lived with my mother's parents while I was young. Because we had, my grandparents lived with my mom and my dad with me and my sister. It was a six people family arrangement the way that was set up. And for a little while, my uncles and my aunt lived there too. And then they moved out. That's why my mom and dad had a big ass house in New Jersey that we moved them out of Texas, out of there into Texas. The move to Texas was not a mistake. The way it was done was a mistake. Massive mistake on my father's part. And I do feel a little guilty nowadays because when my sister started trouble in the middle of the move, I should have just locked up the trailer and told my dad I'm not going to be part of this madness. I'm walking away from the job. Whatever. It's what it is. Can't change it.
Somebody asked, how were the wings last night?
The wings are awesome. They're gone.
They're always awesome.
Jen usually has leftovers. I have no leftovers.
I know. And I don't even make
I eat those wings like a pig. They're so yummy. I love them. Oh yeah. So yeah. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. Plan, like I said, that's the plan with the Ford. Doing the. This cough is nagging. It just doesn't go away.
Notice mine went away.
Hey, yours went away.
Thank God.
And you and I had the exact same crap.
And mine was pretty bad.
Yeah, but don't forget, 3 years ago, when the world was supposedly coming to a sudden stop, when I had that, the cough lagged on, but the rest of it didn't. You know, but whatever. I had the big old one, and well, we all had it. Actually, it wasn't all that bad. It was all the cold's after effects. But yeah, we all. The thing that was supposed to end life as we know it ran through my family, and we ate it like it was nothing. Just had a little cough that lasted for a little while. Then it finally went away. So I don't know. Maybe that's what happened to us again. I don't know. It just dragged. This one was worse. If it was that, it was worse this time. Who knows? So yeah, we're trying to get stuff done. I just didn't have the time to edit a video, so I want to do another live. Plus, like I said, you guys seem to enjoy the Ford Cabover content. I want to show you guys that we're getting crap done. We're getting these things done and built. We're getting projects done, or trying to. We got a mechanic coming here soon in the springtime. So we got a lot of good stuff coming on. So today's Friday, obviously. I had to take care of this. So I'll try to edit a video tonight or tomorrow morning. Some shop work done. And then Monday, Orwell gets loaded. And I start heading west. Pretty sure I final in Arizona, of all places. I don't think I've ever had Orwell in Arizona, now to think about it. Maybe. I don't think so. Well, last time we were in Arizona, we went to
We had the
Glamis.
old truck.
We had the other pickup truck. We went to Glamis and see Matt, so that's the last time I was in Arizona.
It's the last time I was there, first and last time I was ever there.
Well, I don't know what we're planning this summer. Sean wants to do Moab. He wants to go to Utah this year. That'd be badass. But we'll see. Try to figure it all out. See if anybody else is yapping. We'll call it if they're not.
A couple more comments.
Love your guys' description of your boat. Love the old Cabover. Hope you keep them on the road. We're trying. Many of the best boxers in history came from Jersey too. Yeah, I guess so. I don't really follow like a lot of boxing historian. This road's probably worse than the other one. You watch my chest just moving. Like seriously, watch. Everything bounces. This is a road. This is a road that we pay highway taxes on. Can you imagine this? Hey, look at this. This is insane. Getting down here, down to... Well, we just got through Fond du Lac, basically. So, yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's enough. We'll just call it a day. I'm just glad you guys see what's going on. That's why we did the live rather than a produced video today. So,
There's somebody that said when you're in Arizona, reach out to Murphy's Diesel.
Oh, them are the boys that, I don't know where in Arizona we're going, but yeah, them are the boys that hooked up Gentry's back when it had problems with that engine because of the that oil vapor thing, you know, that we're going to die from oil vapor, so the emissions engines had to get rid of the blow-by from the engine, and that thing burned up and created a huge breakdown and a mess. So whatever was saved by that device was defeated by the device breaking. But yeah, I Murphy's Diesel. Is that them down there? Is that who made the comment, or is that... Or just a fan?
Dave.
Alright, it's not Murphy's Diesel directly, okay. I was just wondering if that was Murphy's Diesel talking to me. Yeah, alright, cool. Oh!
Stanley Stevens says Jen's a great helper.
Well, okay, you know, like I said, I'll, if I'm going to be stuck out that way for a little bit, depending on where I'm at, I might reach out to Murphy's Diesel. I mean, I don't know the details of what I'm doing yet, exactly, so I was just told that, yeah, we'll get the details Monday. I know I got to pick up one piece in Green Bay, and then the rest is down at the yard, so I'll grab that and go. So Monday's going to be a busy day, you know, load it and scroll. So we'll, you know, make time. I was thinking about dropping off the tanks once I get loaded, but I'd be kind of going out a route, and I didn't know if I'd have room or the time. So I'm like, nah, let's just get it done, because otherwise if we don't get it done, it's not going to get done. So yeah, it's a 5-hour round trip to do what we're doing. 2.5 hours down, 2.5 hours back. It is what it is. So that's what we're doing. Alright guys, we're going to finally call this live. We've been on here for probably way too long, and the audio probably don't even match the video anymore until it processes. So we'll just call it a day. Later. Hit the X.
Are you sure you want to stop? Yes.
Hit yes.